What's the big old deal? Yeah. I think we here. I think we bike. We bike. Uh, I think we bike. Yeah. Think we bike. Alright. Let me make sure we good. Everybody can hear me. Think we bike. I'm in the building right now. Oh wow. Make America trap again. Make America trap again. What's good, chat? Me in the building. Y'all know the deal. What's the big old deal? Let me make sure this straight. Let me make sure this one's straight. Turn this off real quick. Real quick. All right, bet. Like that, like. You feel me? Um, I could turn that up a little bit. Yeah. Cause it be a little echo on the joint. All right, bet. Yeah, so yeah, we here, man. What we got going on? Man, again, shots fired at Trump golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. An AK-47 was discovered in the bushes per local law enforcement. The Trump campaign has released a statement confirming the former president is safe. A suspect has reportedly been apprehended. Oh God. Let's see. Let's see what pop up. Let me go to my watch later.
Sheriff, can you give us a briefing on what exactly took place here near, 714 and I-95 today?
Everything is still very fluid. I-95 northbound is still shut down north of where we are here, out here on 714. Earlier this afternoon, not too long ago, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and the Secret Service put out a very urgent bolo asking all law enforcement to look for a specific vehicle with a tag number and an occupant description. We immediately flooded I-95, got on the northbound lane at every exit between Palm Beach and the Palm Beach line and the St. Lucie County line. One of my road patrol units saw the vehicle, matched the tag, and then we set up on the vehicle by using what we do here. We pinched in the car, got it safely stopped, and got the driver in custody. Right now, as we speak, the FBI, Secret Service, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is at the scene. They've responded there. They'll take over the investigation. Our flatbed tow truck will tow the vehicle back to Palm Beach County, and I have a clear understanding from the investigators there that we actually do have the suspect that they were looking for in Palm Beach County.
Do we know that suspect's name yet?
We know his name, and the FBI clearly knows his name. I am not in a position to release that.
I know that Trump posted.
Yeah, Secret Service said, but I say that name. Don't say that. You could do a press conference. Don't say that name. That's what we're not here for. I be forgetting to tell people the Stream Elements link in the chat is how you donate the money to keep this podcast or the stream going, I should say.
On Truth Social that they had recovered a AK-47, I think, near where the shooting incident happened. Anything that you can confirm for us if that's related?
I don't know any more about the scene. And
I know that Trump posted on Truth Social that they had recovered a AK-47, I think, near where the shooting incident happened. Anything that you can confirm for us if that's related?
I don't know any more about the scene in Palm Beach County.
Ooh.
During this incident of those people involved.
Vehicle using our.
All right, we gotta find another one. We gotta find another video because that is insane. Yeah, that's it.
Get to understand the systems and the
Pennsylvania incident because
so an extra layer of security.
Golfing on a Sunday afternoon.
All right, let's start from the beginning.
And as you say, questions will now be asked as to whether this was a targeted incident, whether Donald Trump was targeted. Certainly, Donald Trump Jr. on social media is expressing his opinion that his father was deliberately targeted.
Yes, we just don't know that at this stage. That is not clear. And as we have seen over the course of the past 2 hours, the information that's come out has developed over time. And again, I think we should just wait now for the news conference to see what detail they can do. Any open air rallies. They then put in place extra security, and he is back doing open air.
Because remember, they tried to get Trump, I think they said back in July 13th. Yeah, July 13th. We need the actual
Welcome
fact.
to our viewers in the
All right,
United
here we
States
go.
and around the world. We are continuing our breaking news live coverage after the FBI says it is investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump. We are told the former president is safe after shots were fired in his vicinity while he was golfing at his club in.
Oh, so it was shots fired. No, damn. So they let that thing ring.
West Palm Beach, Florida. That's just about a 15-minute drive from where his Mar-a-Lago club is in Palm Beach, Florida. Moments ago, we got.
So they had an AK-47
from the
with a scope. Let me turn closed captions off. They had an AK-47 with a scope, 2 backpacks, a GoPro recovered from the bushes. Now, I know all the conspiracy theorists is about to come out and say, like, oh, they're doing this they're faking this so you can get more sympathy from Trump supporters and Kamala's supporters so they could, y'all know.
It's stunning and very detailed. In fact, very, very.
And I'm not a political head. I'm just reporting the news. So don't take my views as political views. I'm just reporting the news. This is currently what happened with Donald Trump.
Revealing law enforcement officials saying.
So this is his Trump golf course. This is the highway, hole 6, hole 5. Trump safe after gunfire at his Florida golf course in West Palm Beach. FBI investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination of Trump.
A person has been detained in connection with this incident that occurred at the Trump International Golf Club around 1:30 p.m. Eastern earlier this afternoon. U.S. Secret Service agents fired gunshots at the suspect, who they believe was armed and intended to.
See, now the Secret Service they're going to shoot now. Because remember before, back in July, they was like, oh, why didn't the Secret Service shoot? Why would they wait so long? How come they didn't do this? How come they didn't do that?
Target former President Trump. An AK-style long-arm rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks, and a GoPro camera were recovered. Let's go to our panel right now and get Charles Ramsey's assessment of what's going on. The fact that there was a scope, Chief Ramsey, it says to me, it explains, I think in part, why the FBI has concluded this appears to have been a second assassination attempt against Trump.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, clearly, in my mind anyway, that's the appropriate classification for this particular incident. We're just fortunate. We're very...
From the State Attorney's Office, we are going to give you everything we have. Everything. All right? So when we get done, think about your questions, because we're not going to take a lot. And keep them to the information that you heard. Don't get into what ifs, and because of this, we're not going to go there. All right? So keep that in mind.
See, that's what it's supposed to be like. You're supposed to dictate the interview process and how everything's supposed to go. You're supposed to say, look, don't talk about conspiracies. Don't talk about none of that. Listen to what I'm saying and ask questions about this incident. Don't go further than that.
And we'll be good.
He looking here like, oh my God, like, man, I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to vote. I don't even fuck with Trump. Like, he just looking like, why am I here?
So here we go. All right, 1:30 this afternoon. Call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car. Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope.
Damn.
2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at.
So you know they're going to say like, oh yeah, you know, the agent had to step it up because of last time and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody right now that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it, but as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background. So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service, and he's going to make a brief statement.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I first want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, to include the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and the Martin County Sheriff's Office, for their involvement today. Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line, and this matter is under investigation. I'll turn it over to my partners over at the FBI.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Veltri. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI's Miami field office. The FBI has assumed the role as the lead federal law enforcement agency in the investigation of the incident that occurred earlier today at Trump International Golf Course here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We've deployed a number of resources, including investigative teams, crisis response team members, bomb technicians, and evidence response team members as well. What we need right now is for the public to avoid the area around the golf course. We will continue to support this investigation with the full resources of the FBI, alongside our partners with the United States Secret Service and the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, as well as Martin County Sheriff's Office and state and local law enforcement. I would ask that if anyone has any information that may assist with this investigation, to contact our tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI or at tips, that's TIPS .FBI.gov. Thank you.
David? Hi, I'm Dave Ehrenberg, State Attorney for Palm Beach County. I want to thank Sheriff Bradshaw and our partners at the local, state, and federal levels. I'm here because our prosecutors are currently working up warrants and a motion for pretrial detention for the suspect. In that way, he will be kept in custody. But our filing of these warrants and charges at the state level does not preclude federal charges that could be coming. But in the meantime, it looks like the warrants and the pretrial detention motion will happen first. And again, I want to thank the cooperation we've had with our federal partners and at the local level. And thank you all for being here today.
Okay, we're going to make these pictures available to you. It'll show you a picture of the backpack and the rifle. And there's also a GoPro on the fence there where he was intent on filming what was going on. Even though we're going to have to secure a couple of areas around the golf course here, the public doesn't need to panic. We know that we got a post office, a library, and a school down the street. So we'll make it convenient for you to get to all the places you need to go, get your kids to school, get them over here to the post office or wherever else you need to go. It's safe. There's no more danger here, and we'll make it very convenient for you. So having said that, we're going to take a very limited amount of questions, and you can direct them to who you want to answer the question.
Sure. Did this individual make any statements as he was being detained?
No statement right now as far as his involvement in the incident, and there's further investigation to be completed.
What was his demeanor?
I'm not sure if maybe the Secret Service gentleman can answer. I misunderstood, or I couldn't quite understand. So there was a rifle. So one of your agents saw on the golf course saw a rifle pointing to a fence. Was it a chain link? Okay. So he saw that, the agent?
That is correct, yes.
And the president or the former president was on the course behind him. How close?
It was 1 or 2 holes behind.
Understood.
That because the bubble moves through the golf course, so our agents will get there first, clear it. He noticed that the rifle was pointed out. Our agents engaged. We are not sure right now if the individual was able to take a shot at our agents, but for sure our agents were able to engage with the subject. I don't know that.
Doesn't appear so.
Is there a moment?
Yep. Al.
How far away was the president? How far away was Donald Trump when this gentleman was caught and stopped?
Probably between 300 and 500 yards, but with a rifle and a scope like that, that's not a long distance.
For the Secret Service, how far was your agent from the would-be assailant?
That I'm not sure right now. We're still looking into it.
Reports are that 4 rounds of ammunition were fired. Were all 4 of those from your agent?
That is correct. 4 to 6. We're not sure yet.
Was there a long distance? Explaining why?
Yes.
Thank you.
And
yes, ma'am.
On WPO 25, I was wondering what how this was able to happen, and for future reference, is there any up security in the golf course?
I didn't hear all of that. Say that one more time and talk up a little bit.
So how was this able to happen, and for future reference, is there any up security in the golf course?
Well, you got to understand the golf course is surrounded by shrubbery. So when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much out of sight. All right. And at this level that he is at right now, he's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course around it. Well, because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible. So I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a little more people around the perimeter. But the Secret Service did exactly what they should have done. They provided exactly what the protection should have been, and their agent did a fantastic job.
Which direction was the shrubbery where he was? North, south? I guess east, west, or south is the road?
It's hard, the layout of the golf course, you've got 3 holes, 5, 6, and 7. All right? One of them runs parallel to Summit Boulevard. One of them runs parallel to Congress. And he was in an area in the shrubbery where he could see both holes. So the president was another hole back, which means he's about between 400 and 500 yards away.
So he was on the golf course?
Oh, he's on the golf course, yeah, but he's back a ways.
For the Secret Service, have you guys changed at all the way that you guys are protecting former President Donald Trump? This is now a potential second attempt on him. Can you just elaborate on how things have changed and what you make of all this?
Yes, the threat level is high. We have increased the amount of assets that we've supported, so we live in danger times. So yes.
Okay. We're done with questions right now. There's really nothing more.
He cut that shit off quick. Hey, look, y'all asked y'all questions. We did what y'all wanted. We did what we're supposed to do. We moving on.
Forced to add. I just want to tell you, the Secret Service and the FBI and the State Attorney's Office have been fantastic to work with. And
as authorities pursued the person who has now been detained in connection with what the FBI, according to Associated Press, has called an attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump while he was on his golf course at Trump International this afternoon around 1:30 p.m. He is fine, as you heard me just before the break, the former president back at Mar-a-Lago assuring his supporters that he was fine. It turns out, according to PBSO, as you see the huge traffic stoppages on I-95, and this from Martin County, I believe, as authorities there stopped someone who is now being questioned in connection with what happened at Trump International Golf Course, again on Summit Boulevard, as you look on at that footage this day. The former president is fine, has told his supporters as much. This is what we know so far for those of you joining us. Around 1:30, between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, the president is out on the golf course at Trump International. The Secret Service always is a hole or two ahead of him, creating a bubble of security for the former president. According to the reports, a Secret Service agent spots someone in a tree line at the golf course, and they see a gun barrel. The agent or agents fire upon that area. According to the reports, there were never any shots fired toward the president, who, according to PBSO Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, was probably 3 to as many as 500 yards away. But he said that's not far if you have a high-powered weapon with a scope. And what did they find when they went into the tree line? According to investigators, they found a backpack, there was a scope, also a GoPro 95, who was later detained in Martin County. That's where the facts of the matter stand at the moment as they detain and will now question this person. We have team coverage beginning with Megan McRoberts live in Martin County. Megan?
Michael, as you mentioned, this investigation starting in Palm Beach County, but it ended here in Martin County. We are just off I-95. We're actually right off Martin Highway. The scene was about 2 miles north of here at mile marker 112. What we understand from Sheriff William Snyder is they got that BOLO alert from down in Palm Beach County, and be on the lookout for that specific black vehicle as it was making its way north up 95. The sheriff told us that he immediately notified his deputies to do whatever they needed to do to take this person into custody, whatever force was even needed. He basically gave them the green light because, as we understand, the sheriff said that BOLO specifically mentioned that this was some kind of force that was directed specifically at the former president, Donald Trump, of course, elevating the seriousness of this investigation. They didn't even bother pulling that car off to the side of the road once they spotted this alleged vehicle. They blocked him right on the interstate, and then ensued at least an hour of heavy backups and other traffic impacts. But I want to bring in my colleague Kate Hussey. She was here on the scene very, very quickly, and you can kind of add some color, some depth into what kind of ensued after stopping the car, what it took to actually get that suspect into custody. Well, Megan, as you mentioned, all stops were used to get this suspect to stop on the highway. Like you mentioned, just cordoning off that vehicle. And we're told by the sheriff's office that once that happened and the vehicle was stopped, they used their PA system to communicate with this person of interest. At that point, we're told the suspect did comply with officers. He got out of the vehicle with hands above his head, fingers interlocked, and got down on his knees. And that's when the deputies took him into custody, at which point the FBI took over the investigation. I do want to kind of set the scene for you, as Megan did earlier, that this was a magnitude of...
Damn, so they really trying to take Trump out, allegedly. I guess allegedly. I don't know. But is he the most attempted assassinations on the former president? I would say I don't want to Google that. I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, well, all this going on, I don't think I want to Google that right at this current moment. The way the CIA, FBI would be working, yeah, I'll pass on that part. But yeah, so it seemed like they trying to take Trump out. It seemed like no matter what it is, what's the deal, they on him. Jesus Christ.
Law enforcement, in fact.
And this time, it wasn't at a rally. This is at somewhere where he chilling. He usually at his home, kicking it and whatnot.
I was actually on the highway driving north when I saw several unmarked police vehicles with lights and sirens on flying past my vehicle toward where this suspect's vehicle was. I could see a helicopter in the distance, which we've since learned was a witness being flown up from Palm Beach County to identify this person of interest. What's really interesting here, when we asked Sheriff Snyder what this person's demeanor was like, he said it was really flat. Take a listen at what he had to say.
The suspect's demeanor I would describe as having a relatively calm, flat affect. He was not displaying a lot of emotion, never asked what is this about. Obviously, law enforcement with long rifles, blue lights, a lot going on, never questioned it.
Now, Megan, as you mentioned, again, this was really an effort from all agencies to get what we're told, this person of interest into custody. And we're told by Sheriff Snyder that after they were able to take that person into custody, that they really took that vehicle and sent it down south to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. We're told a search warrant has been issued to search for any other material that could be related to this investigation. But as you mentioned, the highway is back open. It seems like the investigation up here in Martin County is a bit over.
That's right. So now we do know that the lead on this case will be the FBI, the feds. We do know PBSO is also going to be assisting through this. As again, we understand the suspect has been detained. He was detained up here in Martin County. We'll be waiting to see once any potential charges might be filed.
So I think we can do. Let's see some of these video. So this appears where they made the stop or they shut down the highway. What's this? The suspect in today's assassination attempt on Donald Trump is Ryan Wesley Roth. In the 2022 interview with Newsweek Romania, Roth was candid about his pro-Ukrainian views and his effort to recruit foreign fighters for Ukraine. The previous assassination, Thomas Muck featured in it. All right, cool. So let's listen to this. See
Tell
what
me
you're talking about.
who you are and why are you here?
I'm 56 from the U.S. From North Carolina originally, so I live in Hawaii now, so flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil. This is a storybook, any movie we ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. I mean,
See, I don't want to get into that. I really just want to see what's the big old deal. As far as, so I guess they're trying to say this is the guy, Ryan Wesley Roth. They're saying this is the guy. Is this true? We need to fact check this. Yeah, so like I said, this is the
Anyway, so long story short, is President Trump, they were on the 5th hole, they were about to go up to putt, and the way Steve Witkoff, now, just as a little bit of background, Arthel, I happened to go to breakfast with Steve Witkoff and another friend of mine this morning, and I was invited to play golf. They happen to be really good golfers. I don't have a lot of time to play golf, so I said thank you, but I'm not going to go out on the golf course and get killed out there. But long story short, so they were playing, they were on the 5th hole. And the way Steve described this, the way the president described it, they both had exactly the same story, which was that they heard pop, 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 pop.
Who phone ringing? So the Secret Service shot at the guy. The guy never got a shot off. That's what they're alleging. The Secret Service saw the barrel sticking out from the bushes and engaged with the air quote suspect.
And Steve went into great specificity and great detail as to what happened right after. Within seconds, the Secret Service pounced on the president, covered him. You had snipers with tripods. They knew the direction where the shots had been fired, and they had eyes on the location where the shots had been fired. And long story short, they were. I have confirmed with both the president and with Mr. Witkoff that the gun has been found. They identified it as an AK-47, and thanks to Secret Service drone video coverage, they were able to identify one individual involved in this shooting getting into a car after dropping the AK-47. And my understanding,
Damn, he dropped the strap. I guess he was nervous. I guess he didn't expect it to go that way. And he had a GoPro, so he was allegedly filming this as well.
according to both of them, is that that car has been identified, and I believe it's been surrounded. Whether or not that person has been apprehended or not, I don't know. This happened in a matter of seconds. A little more color, a little bit more details on this is that when they got on top of the president.
And he said something key. These things happen fast. These aren't like situation where you can assess it and see what's going on and see where it's coming from. No, it's instant. It's quick. It's shots fired. Whoa, where's it coming from? We're reacting. We're grabbing the president. Like, it's a lot of moving parts going on. So this isn't just one of those situations where you just say, okay, all right, what's going on, guys? We look. Oh, it's over there. No, it's shots from that direction. That's where we are. Grab him, go over there. Shots was already fired. Shut down the highway, grab the guy, we move.
President immediately, what is called a fast cart that I believe has steel reinforcement and protection, was able to whisk the president away. And then the Secret Service immediately sprung into action. They had eyes on where the shooting had occurred. I saw the New York Post report that these were two people shooting at each other outside the course. I do know, and they did confirm that the shots were outside of the course, but certainly seemingly within range of the former president. So we don't have any details on any of that. They don't know that part. I only know the part of what they experienced while they were playing golf at Trump International in West Palm. Thankfully, the president is safe. Steve Witkoff is safe. The Secret Service apparently acted with incredible speed and professionalism, and but certainly alarming in every way imaginable in light of what happened in Butler, as you mentioned.
Yeah, of course, this is very alarming. And Sean, have you spoken to the former president or texted with him?
I have spoken with the president 3 times since this incident, and each time I got a new piece of information. One, that they had found, first of all, what happened with the shooting. The second thing, that they had found that AK-47. Third, that their drone footage was able to give them enough surveillance to identify the...
See, and this the part a lot of people are going to break down. They say, look, if you got a drone that's around surveilling the property, how come they didn't see this guy walking up into the bushes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? And then the others are going to dispute, like, hey, well, they're not monitoring the highway because there's not much security that needs to be on Trump because he's not acting president. He's the former president, so you don't have as much Secret Service. Then you're going to have the other side that says, well, fuck all of that. This was staged. in order for people to feel bad for him. So there's always going to be these takes and responses and whatnot. That's why you kind of got to just take it for what it is and make your own assessment, because the assessments are always going to be the comments over here. These are always going to be assessments. Donald Trump again. You mean Donald Trump tried to set up another sympathy hit? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be a different take on what happened. Are they in the room with us now? Fake news. Okay, so somebody put up the dead cat. So the dead cat strategy is also known as dead catting, and the political strategy of deliberately making a shock announcement to divert media attention away from problems or failures in other areas. The present name for the strategy has been associated with British former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, political strategist. See what I'm saying? So there's always going to be situation. Okay, so they're saying this is the guy. Pick up the man in custody after the attempt on Donald Trump in West Palm Beach. This man is 58-year-old. I don't have a name yet. So they're saying this is the vehicle he was in. So I'm assuming that he ran this way to the bushes. If you look at the mouse, I'm pointing like that's no matter. If you look over here, they're saying this is where he ran to, and then this was his exit route to get back to the highway. So he figured, look, I go over here, go to the bushes, do my thing, leave. I'm on the highway before they even know what's going on. Okay. Yes.
Is President Trump, they were on the fifth hole. They were about to go up to.
Okay. What else they got? So the
FBI. A.T. Smith, former Secret Service.
So the FBI is heading this investigation of Donald Trump.
Deputy Director and CBS News analyst, national security contributor. A.T. Smith, thank you so much for joining us. Just based on what we're talking about right now, what is going through your mind? What are your thoughts on this investigation?
Well, I think, as I've said before, a lot of times an incident like what occurred in Pennsylvania will initiate a copycat, or it will put an act in someone.
All right, so they're basically just going to all the news outlets are going to report what's going on. The people on Twitter are going to have their takes. You're going to see this for the next couple days, because once again, so people are going to say like, hey, well, the debate with him and Kamala was so terrible and he's losing, so he needs to do something in order to get the people back on his side. Do they got? See, I'm like, if y'all watch my lives, I always say when I'm looking at the other screen, I'm usually scrolling on Twitter because I can't pull it up on the main Summer James screen. Let's go to his son's Twitter. So this is his son. All right. So Tulis Gabbard, you're an idiot. Why don't you go and join Putin and Trump and be their third leg? Please leave my Hawaii. You embarrass me. Shut your stupid mouth. This is a war where people are getting slaughtered for no reason. I am going to fight and die for Ukraine. So they're saying this is the guy right here. Ryan Roth is the guy that took shots at the former president, Donald Trump. And this is coming from his son's Twitter page, Donald Trump Jr. Sounds like a psychopath, spends a lot of time watching left-wing propaganda. No ears were harmed. Carry on with your Sunday afternoon. These people are fucking demented. So it seems like his son is on the defense of, I'm going to defend my dad. I'm going to jump on Twitter. I'm going to be the press for him. So a lot of people are going to start reporting his son's tweets later on down the line. You're going to start seeing more of his son's tweets pop up through social media. And he's clearly being active and not hiding his sentiment on what's going on. Extreme MAGA Republicans are the party of a national abortion ban and Trump's Project 2025. We must stop them. The Dems House leader 30 minutes after assassination attempt on Trump. Okay. And that's the thing. These politics have become battle rap DVDs. So people that are randomly watching and you're like, what the fuck is a battle rap DVD? It's where people talk shit to each other all the time. And this is what this is, because these people, presidential candidates, are talking shit to each other and they're not even really talking about their policies. So that's why people say, like, what the fuck is going on? MSNBC on second assassination attempt, Trump was asking for it. What? So they're saying he was asking for it? Jesus Christ. What is he?
Yeah. Do you expect there to be calls from within the Trump campaign to do that? Because he's going to reach out to his supporters and say, let's take this down. We do not know, again, the source of any gunshot or gunshots. We don't know who's responsible for this. The whole thing has yet to be 100% confirmed from start to finish how this all played out. But do you expect to hear anything from the Trump campaign about toning down the rhetoric, toning down the violence, or would that be atypical of the former president?
Well, Alex, remember back to the assassination attempt on President Trump's life and how, there was talk of a new tone, and then the Republican convention was, by Trumpian standards, muted. And it did seem like he was, just trying to take it down a few notches. But then by the end of his convention speech, we were kind of back to where we started. So I don't know how long this could, this moment of unity for the country where we come together and we say,
Okay. I get what's going on now. All right. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. I'm about to change the name of the video. But so basically, Trump had a alleged gunman at his golf course. Secret Service saw it, shot at the person. The person ran back to the highway, tried to get in their vehicle. Somebody supposedly took pictures of the person, captured it, showed the police. Police sprung into action, grabbed the guy, nabbed him up without incident. And back on the golf course, Trump was immediately grabbed, thrown into a steel golf cart where it's bulletproof. As the shots were being fired, he's safe. There's not much security on Trump because he's not an acting president, considering the fact of this happened on July 13th in Butler, Pennsylvania. Fast forward back to today. Now there's going to be people that saying, like, hey, this is a conspiracy. No, this was real. This is real and a conspiracy. Like, there's going to be so many things floating around. So, needless to say, like I said, Trump is fine. He's good. He wasn't shot at. The shots were shot at the person that had the barrel sticking out the bushes. He's A-okay. And that's just the goddamn bottom line. And they're going to say, oh, the Dems are the ones that are laughing at this. They think it's a joke. They don't take us serious, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's pretty much what's going to be the rhetoric for the rest of the week. All right. Yeah, so we gonna move on from that right there. Let me change the thing because I don't want people thinking that I'm just some political figure. I'm just reporting the news. Okay. I'm just reporting the goddamn news, and that's just the goddamn bottom line. Let me go back to my. All right, so what else we got going on in the news today? Oh, let me save this for later. Let me see this for later. See this for later. We still got Kendrick news going on. We still got I'm not gonna say it's a slow news day, but it's just we're getting so close to the election that's always gonna be a prominent thing right now. Let's look at the Bobby Shmurda.
Bitches in Miami, Shmurda don't buy. Kendrick. Tell all the bitches in Miami, Shmurda don't buy no.
10 a.m. They trying to hit a lick. What the F is going on in Miami? A motherfucker's trying to sell cat early in the morning. Attention to all the broke girls in Miami. We buy buildings, not bitches. I'm going to go back to New York to buy some more property. All right.
No pussy.
And this Bobby Shmurda, hot nigga, for people that don't know, this Bobby Shmurda right here.
Get your motherfucking ass out of here. Get your ass out of here, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. That dusty pussy. We don't want none of that shit. Take your ass to the shelter.
I be getting pussy before I even link certain bitches. I be like, this bitch probably so pussy. If you get some pussy for you, link the.
Tell all the bitches.
Oh God. Let's see. Yeah, Bobby Shmurda. Let's see what else he said.
In Miami, Shmurda.
I be getting pussy before I even link certain bitches. I be like, this bitch probably so pussy. If you get some pussy for you. Y'all niggas out there buying the coochie, right? Y'all niggas can fuck the game up. Just drop all the girls, right? All the girls, if they ask y'all for money, that means they need it. That means they ain't got no money, right? So if they ask.
Yeah, that's like the passport bros and the motherfuckers that's over there used to buying it.
Ask y'all for the money, ain't got no money. Or they going down on their money, you know what I'm saying? They got a little loan from last nigga, but that shit running out. And they ain't got no motherfucking residual coming in. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking to a nigga that got residual income, so I be good. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, what I'm gonna tell y'all niggas is, tell these bitches $100 for the pussy. They gotta agree. Or tell a bitch, go get your dildo and go to the shelter. You gonna get your shelter, go to the dildo and go to the shelter, $100 a pop. I'm giving this to all the basketball players. Listen, I know y'all niggas went to college and shit. Y'all niggas is college niggas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all college kids, so I'm trying to get y'all the game. This is how we did it in the hood. When we 12 years old, 11 years old, I'm saying I was fucking bitches 18, 19, big door, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's how we running these bitches. You know what I'm saying? And you tell them bitches like that, $100 or go to the shelter. $100 to go get a dildo and go to the shelter then. Or $100.
All right, so he not buying.
Tell all the bitches in Miami.
So what the fuck is going on in Miami? Motherfuckers trying to sell early in the morning. Attention on the broke girls. We buying buildings. So he buys coochie, but he's saying it's too early in the morning. It's too early in the morning to pay for sex. Cause what the fuck going on in Miami? Motherfuckers trying to sell coochie early in the morning. So you buy it. And I guess they thought that Bobby Shmurda and them was sweet. So he's saying,
Y'all niggas out there buying the coochie,
this.
right? Y'all niggas can fuck the game up. Just drop all the girls, right? All the girls, if they ask y'all for money, that means they need it. That means they ain't got no money, right? So if they ask y'all for the money, they ain't got no money. Or they going down on their money, you know what I'm saying? They got a little loan from last nigga, but that shit running out. And they ain't got no motherfucking residual coming in. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking to a nigga that got residual income, so I be good. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, what I'm gonna tell y'all niggas is, tell these bitches $100 for the pussy. They gotta agree.
So he buying it, but he only paying $100. Because he said, if you don't take this 100, I'm not giving you more than $100. So he mad at the girls for trying to get some money early in the morning. He like, look, it's too early for that. Y'all trying to hit it lick. They probably asked him for an astronomical number, and he was I'm not paying that. That's too much.
They tell a bitch, go get your dildo and go to the shelter. You gonna get your shelter, go to the dildo and go to the shelter, $100 a pop. I'm giving this to all the basketball players. Listen, I know y'all niggas went to college and shit. Y'all niggas is college niggas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all college kids, so I'm trying to get y'all a game. This is how we did it in the hood. When we 12 years old, 11 years old, I'm saying I was fucking bitches 18, 19, big door, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's how we running these bitches. You know what I'm saying? And you tell them bitch like that, $100 or go to the shelter.
$100. That's what it's going for, and that's just the goddamn bottom line. That's his bottom line. It's $100. You pay for that. You don't like it. Go to the shelter, cause he know you down on your luck, so you need this 100. Cause I ain't about to give you all this other shit. You can go find somebody else. You can take this 100. So Bobby Schmurder like, yeah, all right, look. I got 100 ball for you. This is crazy. Like, this is fucking crazy. So I guess the going rate is $100 now. Hey, the going rate $100. When is this supposed to happen? When the hell is this fight supposed to happen? Somebody said when he turned 80. They've had more face-offs than anybody I can imagine. Let me see. When is this supposed to happen? And I know it's supposed to be live on Netflix, I think. Fight D. Oh, so this is scheduled for November 15. So Jake Paul is 27. He's 10-1. He says, I love Mike and I respect him, but we are not friends anymore until November 15. Paul said the fight will consist of 8 2-minute rounds, and both fighters will wear 14-ounce gloves rather than 10-ounce. So they got heavier gloves. So November 15th is the fight. Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm like, this fight was supposed to happen so long ago, but for some reason, we still ain't get the damn fight, and it's supposed to be streamed live on Netflix. It's supposed to be this whole new thing for Netflix, this whole big ordeal. But instead, we not getting that. Jesus Christ. Well, Diddy back outside.
This not really Diddy, is it? Really?
That's really Diddy, bro.
Lying. Bitch, stop touching me. What are you talking about? Stop touching me.
Hey, yo, what's up?
That's crazy. Where Carisha? Where Carisha and them? No, Diddy. Yo, stop fucking playing with me. Back the fuck up. No.
Hey, look, security, like, look, don't be asking about none of that. We're not here for that. Take these pictures, don't ask no questions, and keep it moving.
Oh, well, guess who's not? Watch how I won't. Is this not really Diddy, is it? Really?
That's really Diddy, bro.
Lying. Bitch, stop touching me. What are you talking about? Stop touching me.
Hey, yo, what's up?
That's crazy. Where Carisha? Where Carisha and them? No, Diddy.
Screaming, no Diddy.
Play with me. Back the fuck up.
Now, Diddy been outside a couple times. It was another one where Diddy was somewhere. Where was Diddy at? There was another place he was at. There's so damn much on these pages. It was another time Diddy was outside. I think he was spotted at the beach. Yeah, I think Diddy was at the beach. So it seemed like Diddy slowly trying to pop back out, and he's slowly trying to win the people back over. He like, look, if I just pop out and be around a couple people, get some love, maybe I can start winning some people back over. See? And this right here, people worship celebrities so they never get canceled. No Diddy. People are obsessed with celebrities. And that's a fact. People love celebrities. Like, people go limp over celebrities. People lose their mind over celebrities. People stalk celebrities. People go nuts over celebrities. So that's what I was just saying before I saw this. People are going to see Diddy. He figured, look, if I pop back outside, show some love to people, I can win the public back over little by little. Don't say much, because he's one person that listens to his lawyers. Because anything pertaining to these cases, I'm not speaking. You know what? I'm going to ghost off social media. I'm not being public about any music I'm doing for people, because I do believe behind the scenes people are still working on music with Diddy. People still talk to him. Like, everybody didn't sever ties with Diddy. I think publicly, some people obviously had to sever ties with him, but behind the scenes, they most likely still talk to Diddy. Like, you've had business tied in with him, so you can't just say, I don't want to talk to you no more because of this. It's contracts involved, and the contracts don't involve if this person gets in trouble, then this contract doesn't exist. So, and I know he's selling his, I know he just sold one of his other mansions. Diddy sold house. Oops, I spelled hoes. Yeah, so Sean Diddy Combs puts $61.5 million Beverly Hills mansion up for sale. So he figured, look, let me just sell a lot of my property and whatnot. So therefore, the feds try to come in, they won't seize none of that. I got the money. I'm gonna start putting money in certain spots. And I know they're watching all his bank accounts and whatnot, but he's most likely probably like, look, I could sell stuff, put money over here, set these people up to do that, because if shit hit the fan and they ever try to fuck with my money, the people that I'm taking care of are still set. So the former hip-hop megastar purchased the property for $39 million in 2014, just after it had been completed by spec mega mansion builder. It's a European-style home. Okay. In addition to the property, includes a separate 2-story guest house, a spa building with his own beauty salon per listing. The outdoor includes formal garden, basketball court, and the cover loggia set up for outdoor eating. That's some rich shit right there. Whatever this is, this some rich shit. Okay, so a loggia is a covered outdoor corridor or a gallery with a partial outer wall that opens to the elements. Oh, this that fire shit. Oh, this what this called? Damn. Yeah, this that rich shit right here. This is shit you see at like all-inclusive resorts and stuff like that. Like you don't just see this at a regular home. Like, so for him, let's see if they got pictures of the house. Golly. Hey, look at everything else around it. This is $61 million right now. $61 million for this? That's crazy. Imagine a property tax on that. Damn, it's the front door. Look at all this parking. Man, I would just park crazy just cause. I wouldn't even park the proper way. I literally just pull up, get out the car, whatever. Oh, yeah. See, they gonna say he freaky because of this right here. They gonna like, why you got that? Okay, this hard. The outdoor includes a formal garden back. Okay, it's still describing that. Oh, look at this. God damn, this the little fire pit right here. You got your little tables, chair, got the leaves falling. Damn, look at this shit at nighttime. Pool. Golly. He had 1.5 acre lot, includes 10 bedrooms, 35-person theater, a pool, a grotto connected by an underground water tunnel. Jesus fucking Christ. I know they got pictures. So, okay, this was the one that was rated by the... No. This is not the one that was rated by the feds. This is not the one. Jesus Christ. And he had multiple of these cribs? Dude. We pocket watching today. Okay, so they giving me all of this extra ish. I don't want to see all that. I just want to see this motherfucking crib. Hey, let me see P. Diddy house. I want to see what that motherfucker look like. This is 2 years ago. Yeah, I just want to see what the crib
Sean
look
Diddy
like.
Combs has recently been looking to offload one of his 2 Los Angeles mansions. While the rapper is hoping to get sell the home Diddy still in the Hills neighborhood, the mogul also keeps a compound on the exclusive Star Island in Miami where he owns 2 side-by-side mansions, and today in recent news, Diddy is seeking $7 million for this traditional style mansion located in the Toluca Lake neighborhood. While he's owned the residence since 2009 when he bought it for $5.3 million, it's not the rapper who was living here. Instead, the property was the longtime home of his ex, Kim Porter, also the mother of 4 of his children. Sadly, Kim died in LA in the San Fernando Valley, about 12 miles from downtown, and there's a private natural lake here maintained by local property owners. Diddy's home is on what may be the best street in all of Toluca Lake, where some of the neighbors include a 2011 Cadillac Escalade sitting in the driveway. Anyways, the mansion spanned 9,655 square feet of space with 6 bedrooms and 6.5 bathrooms throughout. Walking in, there's a soaring entryway with double-height ceilings, black and white marble.
Like, what do you do with all this? Like, I wouldn't even want that many people around to even, like, fill up the space for this. Like, what do you do with all this space? Like, look at this shit. Like, I get it. You got the money, so you could just have luxury space, but it's like, you don't even enjoy all of this shit.
Of the line stainless steel appliances.
Look at this kitchen.
Luxurious, boasting a private balcony and fireplace, as well as a spa-style attached bath. The grounds of Diddy's mansion had mature trees surrounding the property, as well as manicured hedges, a sports court, outdoor fireplace, and sheltered dining area. Of course, there's also an impressive dark-bottom swimming pool with spa and Baja sun deck. Now for Diddy's main mansion, which is worth a whopping $40 million. The rapper purchased the property in 2014, and it's located in the upscale neighborhood of Holmby Hills, Los Angeles. And he originally moved.
So this is the one that he's trying to sell right here.
Is a European-style
For
villa which was
$61 million.
renovated just before he moved in, and now it spans 17,000 square feet of space with 8 beds and 11 baths. The former owner was an LA-based luxury developer who got rid of the existing 1930s-style mansion and replaced it with their current structure, which was even larger. Although there were no listing photos of the interior that I could find, Diddy opened up his doors to the large property a few years back when he was answering questions for Vogue. We can see he has a large open entryway with spiral staircase and sparkling chandelier. Then we catch a look at the open plan living area where there are 2 large living rooms. His decor here is very clean with lots of white furnishings and black accents. There's also plenty of floor-to-ceiling windows and glass French doors opening up to the patios outside his mansion. The main living room features a large fireplace and personal bar. There's an attached dining area and a custom eat-in kitchen with all the appliances you could ask for. Other lavish features of Diddy's custom mega mansion include a home movie theater with room for 35 guests, a fitness center, and a wine storage room. Not to mention, TMZ reported there's a separate spa pavilion with steam room, massage area, and full-service amenities continue, with a 3,000 square foot detached guest house complete with bedrooms, a kitchen, living area, and more. Elsewhere, there's a lagoon-style swimming pool and adjacent grotto, which are connected by an underwater swimming tunnel that would give the famed grotto at the neighboring Playboy Mansion a run for its money. Diddy also has a compound on Miami's exclusive Star Island where he owns 2 side-by-side mansions. First is his 13,000 square foot estate he bought back in 2003, and the other is the $35 million house next door he snagged off Gloria Estefan this past summer. The rapper's original mansion cost him over $14 million and is a 2-story mega mansion formerly owned by music mogul Tommy Mottola. Inside, there's over 19,500 square feet of space with 9 beds, 12 baths, and features like a luxury swimming pool and boat dock. Now Diddy snagged the property next door, which was the famous conga singer Gloria Estefan's property. She and her husband Emilio Estefan still live on Star Island, but this was their second residence and used for family members. Inside, the entire mansion has white-themed decor to match the sunshine and ocean surrounding the home, as well as the exterior, which is also a crisp white. The home was built back in 1940 and upgraded since, featuring hardwood and marble floors, elegant arched doorways, and open patio spaces. The house sits on 1.2 acres of land and inside boasts 8,000 square feet of space with 6 beds, 10 baths, and 240 feet of sparkling waterfront. One of the living rooms featured a white fireplace and large windows for plenty of views, while the kitchen is spacious with a long center island, also decked out in the same color scheme. Other features inside the house include a piano room, second floor loft, and a bonus private entrance. Most or all of the bedrooms boast views of the water in addition to their own terraces, and elsewhere there's a separate tiled hot tub located within a classy courtyard. Aside from the main mansion, the property boasts another separate 2-story guest house at the front of the property with 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and a half bath. The backyard has a resort-style pool and spa, which has got to be the main attraction back here, but you also have the ocean just a few steps away. Star Island is a man-made island that was completed in 1922 and set within the Key Biscayne Aquatic Preserve, which is about 75,000 acres of...
So needless to say, yeah, he had that space. So to sell this for $61 million, he gonna get his ROI on that, return on investment with that one right there. He definitely gonna get his money back. Jesus Christ. Well, there it is. That's just the goddamn bottom line. Hey, well, what the fuck? Alright, what we got? We got all that stuff out the way in the first hour. Story.
The day.
All right, we're gonna go over a documentary. Let's see.
Okay.
Yo, the people that make docs are like, they put in some tedious work for them to make documentaries. Like, let's go over this.
Okay, we back in New Jersey, Trenton to be.
See, these them little voices, them little voiceover voices they be having. Like, so when gangsters turn snitch, like, and the only reason I'm viewing this is because I live in this county of where this town is at.
Precise.
So,
you read the title, so we are not going to waste any time. Let's get into it. In April 2014, some of Trenton's most notorious Blood Street gang members were indicted for participating in a violent racketeering organization over a 5-year period. Earl Burnett, 29, leader of the 7-9 Trey set of the Bloods, and his underling Doris Jackson, 35, were each given hefty prison sentences for their illegal conduct. They were among the 20 defendants indicted in the case. Officials believe the 7-9 Trey Bloods is a blood set that allegedly originated as a 93 blood set, with the 7-9 Trey Bloods being formed early in 2007. At the time, they maintained control over drug territories in Essex County, specifically in Newark between South 11th Street to South 20th Street, and from
And Trenton is in Central Jersey, by the way.
The timeline in this story starts a year after that, but in Trenton. Prosecutors at the time said their investigation determined the blood set, under Burnett's leadership, engaged in violent and serious crimes, such as attempted murder, robbery, burglary, witness tampering, drug distribution and unlawful transport of firearms, from October 2008 to April 2013. Each of the indicted gang members was accused of participating in criminal activities to gain money and power for the Bloods enterprise. At the time, the majority of the defendants charged in the indictment were already in custody for underlying offenses. Let's talk about some of the players that were involved, then you'll see how they tie into the events that we'll later discuss. Kenneth Williams pleaded guilty in June 2014 to possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. Shabazz Boyd pleaded guilty to burglary. Joel Flowers had pleaded guilty to aggravated assault in June 2014. Hector Maldonado pleaded guilty to first-degree racketeering.
So these are all 2014 charges that they speaking about right now.
Specifically, Boyd, Flowers, and Maldonado were indicted on burglary charges related to 2 home invasion robberies. 2 others were also indicted in connection to those robberies, Anthony Burkhalter and a younger member, Khalif Chapman. Maldonado, Flowers and Boyd were also indicted on attempted murder charges for shooting Burkhalter 10 times the day after the second break-in.
God damn!
Burkhalter was indicted on multiple sexual assault charges, including...
What?
14. Hector Maldonado pleaded guilty to first-degree racketeering. Specifically, Boyd, Flowers, and Maldonado were indicted on burglary charges related to 2 home invasion robberies. 2 others were also indicted in connection to those robberies, Anthony Burkhalter and a younger member, Khalif Chapman.
So they were indicted because they were connected to that, okay.
Maldonado, Flowers, and Boyd were also indicted on attempted murder charges for shooting Burkhalter 10 times the day after the second break-in.
So they clearly had an issue with him, and they like, look, we got to take him out.
Burkhalter was indicted on multiple sexual assault charges, including for at least 1 assault that occurred during the home invasions. The prosecutor.
That's probably why they did that. They probably like, yo, why the fuck you do that to her? We was there to rob them. Either way, it's bad altogether, but I'm assuming that's probably why they did that. What the fuck?
His office said. No one else in the group was indicted on sexual assault charges related to the break-ins. Burkhalter was also indicted for sexually assaulting a woman on the street in Trenton, the prosecutor's office said. He faces a total of 14 counts of sexual assault and aggravated sexual assault.
So he did it twice?
Burkhalter's attorney said he may have been coerced into participating in the home invasions. The Superior Court.
But you took action to do that on your own when you got in there. You didn't have to do that. Freaky ass nigga. And you did it on the street.
Questioned the assertion and raised Burkhalter's bail to $1 million. In one of the assaults, he broke into a Trenton home and found a woman with her small child. He twisted the woman's arm behind her back, took her to her bedroom, photographed her with a cell phone and sexually assaulted her, prosecutors said during a hearing. Burkhalter sexually assaulted another woman walking down a Trenton street on a month and change later. Neither of the women knew him before the attacks, they said. 4 days after the attack on the street, Burkhalter was shot 10 times in the abdomen by at least 2 men in the area of a Jersey Street residence that is listed as his address, police and...
Okay, so they was in South Trenton where they did that, where they shot him out.
Prosecutors said. His attorney has said he was shot in retaliation for the alleged sexual assaults. While Burkhalter was hospitalized following the shooting, he gave a statement to investigators admitting to 3 sexual assault incidents and claiming he was forced to commit 2 home invasions, an assistant prosecutor said. He also gave the street name of one of the shooters, his own friend, Flowers. Also, the victims of the assaults picked Burkhalter out of a photo lineup as their assailant, with 2 of them identifying him by his street name, Twin. In fact, one victim picked out a picture of his twin brother as her assailant, but the brother was locked up in Missouri at the time. This meant that Burkhalter was responsible. He pleaded guilty in June 2016 to 2 separate counts of aggravated sexual assault committed during a crime and 1 count of unlawful possession of a weapon. The judge sentenced Burkhalter to a total custodial term of 21 years imprisonment.
Damn.
Burkhalter is scheduled to be released from state prison in October 2030. Of these 20 indicted defendants, 3 of them, Williams, Maldonado and Flowers, testified in Maciah Howard's murder trial as state cooperating witnesses. Each had reached plea agreements in hopes of receiving lenient sentences. Howard was accused of shooting and killing 25-year-old Luis Brian Alvarez over a $20 dispute involving an Xbox
Wait, what Xbox got to do with this?
Video game system in February 2013.
Okay,
Williams said the
over the video
alleged
game.
killer had talked to him at the county jail about having shot someone. When Kenneth Williams was incarcerated in the same jail pod with Howard, he asked me for a suit, Williams said on the witness stand. He said he was in there shooting
Yeah, so this Trenton State Prison, this one of the main prisons in New Jersey.
somebody, and he's basically trying to fight the case. He didn't tell me who he shot. Police arrested Howard days later on unrelated robbery charges and then gained probable cause to charge him with murder and weapons offenses. In June 2014, as we stated, Williams took a plea deal in the Operation Checkmate racketeering case that allowed him to plead guilty to 1 count of second-degree possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. The deal called for him to serve a minimum of 3 years, but no more than 7 years in prison, and required him to cooperate against some of his co-defendants in the racketeering case. Shortly after reaching the plea deal, Williams was conditionally released from the Mercer County Correction Center with an electronic monitoring device placed on his ankle pending sentencing. Allowed on bail, he was rearrested on several additional occasions, but remained free pending sentencing for his crime of possessing a firearm for an unlawful purpose. Howard's defense attorney, during cross-examination, questioned Williams about his criminal history and asked him if he had cleaned up his act. "Yes, sir," Williams responded shortly after acknowledging he had pleaded guilty in 2012 to lying to a police officer. The Mercer County assistant prosecutor asked Williams about his 2014 jail interaction with Howard, who was known by the nickname Chicken. "He said he shot him," Williams said of Howard. "I don't know where he said he shot him at, but he said he shot him. He didn't give no description, but I know it was over some type of spot."
And I'm about to thumb through this, but the whole moral of this is like every time you do a crime with somebody, they tell. That's why this is when gangsters turn snitch. It's like, stop committing crimes. Like I know a lot of these are old charges, but like it's been a cycle of that. Like every time y'all commit a fucking crime, somebody gonna tell on you. So the person you did it with gonna tell on you.
Person who tells someone in authority about something wrong that someone has done. The Bloods gangsters became snitches against Howard, and the prosecutor suggested that Howard never saw that coming because, she said, Howard was conditioned to believe that gang members live by a street code that prohibits snitching. Howard's defense attorney chastised the state for relying upon the testimony of 3 gangsters who are seeking prison sentence leniency for their guilt in other crimes. He accused the state of engaging in confirmation bias, of believing in the flattery of non-credible snitches, simply because their statements had confirmed the prosecution's belief that Howard was the gunman responsible for Alvarez's death. "They all have motive to lie," Howard's defense said of Williams, Maldonado and Flowers, all of whom could have received 50-year prison sentences if convicted on their racketeering and gang criminality charges. He further attacked the credibility of the 3 gangsters. He said Maldonado is a serial snitch who had testified that Howard used a revolver in the slaying, while evidence in the case
A serial snitch? Jeez Louise.
Smith for allegedly knowing what was about to go down when he got behind the wheel of his mother's station wagon in April 2013. Smith's defense attorney contends in court papers that police and prosecutors pinned the murder on Smith and didn't investigate whether one of the Galilee Baptist Church shooters was the real killer. Further, Alright,
yeah, so moral of the story is these dudes be telling. Like, Who is this page that's making all these docs like about stuff? So they did another one about the story of G. Skino, the Trenton Menace, who was shot 35 times. Okay, so Rich Homie Quan. Okay, so it looks like they just do docs about crime. LA gang war. Alaska gang war. They got gangs in Alaska? Chicago gang war. Oh yeah, so he make his killing off of
Okay, we in LA for this one. We are not going to waste any time. Let's get into it.
A major announcement today by law enforcement officials involving the takedown of one of the biggest and destructive street gangs in our area. 37 people associated with the South LA Florencia 13 have been arrested following raids on 30 homes early this morning. Authorities say they funded the gang through armed robberies, extortion, and the sale of illegal drugs, including fentanyl, methamphetamine, and heroin. They're also accused in murders and assaults.
As part of this investigation, law enforcement has seized approximately 21 pounds of methamphetamine, 9 pounds of fentanyl, and 6.5 pounds of heroin. Authorities also have seized 25 firearms and approximately $70,000 in cash connected to this investigation. Through murder, drug trafficking, violent robberies, and other criminal behavior, street gangs bring devastation upon our communities, said United States Attorney. We must stand united against gang violence. Today's arrests and seizures demonstrate that we will be relentless in combating these criminal organizations. Florencia 13 is known for its barbaric tactics which, tragically, resulted in several murders alleged in the indictment, said the assistant director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles field office. Residents of the community in which Florencia 13 operates deserve to live their lives without fear from violence and extortion, and this joint investigation demonstrates our shared commitment to that goal. Florencia 13 is a multi-generational gang, founded in Los Angeles in the 1950s, located in south-central Los Angeles, which constituted an enterprise engaged in activities affecting interstate and foreign commerce. The gang is controlled by members and associates of the Mexican Mafia, a criminal organization operating within the California state prison system, the federal prison system, and streets and suburbs of large cities, including Los Angeles, throughout Southern California. The bulk of the charges in the takedown comes from 2 federal grand jury indictments targeting Florencia 13. The first indictment charges 19 defendants, including Celerino Jaramillo, 30, aka Busy, of South Los Angeles, a shot caller in one of F-13's cliques, with conspiracy to violate the Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, also known as the RICO. Among a series of alleged racketeering-related crimes, during one incident on October 17, 2022, a mob of F-13 members, including Jonathan Reyes, 19, aka Creeper, of South Los Angeles, beat one victim to death in the early morning outside a bar in the Florence Firestone neighborhood of Los Angeles. The victim repeatedly was stomped, kicked, and punched, and beaten with a baseball bat. The indictment further alleges that Busy and Oscar Hernandez, 30, aka Drex, of South Los Angeles, on June 19, 2023, murdered a victim identified in court documents as R.A., an F-13.
Alright, let's go. What's this?
This look like a duck with an oil spill.
Man. Oh, he doing the show. He doing the show. Alright, what we got going on in the world today? We did that. Everybody's still mad at Kendrick over the Super Bowl. We did Charleston White the other day. Let's go to the
I've been working on a lot of music by myself. No writer academics with your big bored ass. You're getting on my nerves because all you do is yap all day and it's never true. So what is the point of that? but let me not do too much. Y'all really don't know anything, and you're gonna feel stupid later. I don't need a writer. I never did, and I never wanted to use one. And I don't know why a nigga writing for me on a song with 5 other niggas matters when the songs that
Wait, what?
I've been working on a lot of music by myself. No writer academics with your big bored ass. You're getting on my nerves because all you do is yap all day, and it's never true. So what is the point of that? But let me not do too much. Y'all really don't know anything, and you're gonna feel stupid later. I don't need a writer. I never did, and I never wanted to use one.
So why did you take one? Like, why did you take a ghostwriter if you didn't need one?
And I don't know why a nigga writing for me on a song with 5 other niggas matters when the songs that my top songs with just me, my solo songs, is on me. And if it's not, put it on your kid. Once again.
So she's saying, look, all my top songs, I wrote those. And I guess there's other people out there saying that, hey, I got the reference tracks to those songs. And she's saying, no, I did all that on my own. And then she's saying, why is it an issue that people are writing for me? Nobody cares that people are writing for you. That was just a you and Yachty beef. But when you deny and say, like, nobody's writing for me, I'm doing this on my own, now people are like, no, she not. We helped her with that. We did that. Like, don't do that.
This is my last time entertaining this bullshit. It's just very hard as a woman in this shit. Everybody's trying to knock me down, get in my way, and I keep pushing through this shit and fighting this shit. And, like, nigga just keep making it harder for me knowing I can't speak up for myself. Like, okay, I'm gonna get off, but it's like a lot of people doubting you already as a woman. And then it's just very hard. And I'm working through it literally by myself. And I really can't wait to drop and show y'all my music. Fuck the haters. Everybody who's staying down, I fuck with y'all. And I can't wait. I've been working on a lot of
So if you look how many times she played with her hair,
music
that's how you know she
by
lying.
myself.
As many times as she touched
No
her hair.
writer academics with your big.
Because that's usually a sign that you're lying when you like play with your hair, you do certain things, certain mannerisms.
So what is the point of that?
See, she keep doing it.
But let me not do too much. Y'all really don't know anything, and you're gonna feel stupid later.
See, she keep doing it.
I don't need a writer. I never did, and I never
keep
wanted
doing
to use
it.
one. And I don't know why
she keep
a
doing
nigga writing for me on a song with 5 other niggas matter.
All right, but the moral of the story with this is nobody cares. Like I said before, nobody cares that somebody writes for you. It's when you lie about people writing for you. Like, if y'all stayed together and we found out Yachty wrote for you, yeah, of course, there's going to be some people that's like, oh, man, we ain't fucking with her. That's a small few percentage of people. People like drama. So when you entertain it, her best thing would have been like, yeah, so what, he wrote for me. I don't care. I don't care that he wrote for me. So what? Yeah. And what? I'm still hot. I'm still hard. I can still spit it because that's still a talent within itself. People don't care when women get songs wrote for them. They only care about the top male artists. Like, they don't really care that women have ghostwriters. They don't care. Like, we're not looking at you to be the top artist. We're just looking at you to be like, yo, you provide a vibe. You got good songs. The lyrics is there. Like, That's all that matter. All that other shit, we don't care. So her defense should have been, yeah, so what? Boat wrote for me. Yeah, we used to be cool. He took me out of this environment. I was this assistant. Then I wanted to rap. Then I wanted to do X, Y, and Z. Like, people care about that. Like, and this is where people usually go wrong because instead of just being honest with themselves and just being like, yo, so what? You do all of this. And now this makes you less credible because now people are like, man, we not fucking with her. Oh, yeah, y'all ain't fucking with her. We ain't fucking with her. oh, look at her, she lying too. Like, she lying on bro name. Like, that's what people care about. Versus when you're just authentically yourself saying, so what? Yeah, he wrote for me. I needed the help. He wrote some hit songs. Oh, well. And that's why the argument always go back to country don't do that. Pop artists don't do that. All the other rock and roll don't do that when other people write their songs. But our culture, we get so fixated on, oh, this person wrote for you. You can't be the best because we're in just so much competition with each other. So at the end of the day, nobody's mad at her for getting her songs wrote by Lil Yachty. They're only making an issue is because you're denying certain things, especially when Yachty put out the reference track to it. Like when he put out Lil Yachty, Caribou. Yeah, when Yachty
you was watching tables. You was waiting.
And all of that, this is how you respond back to people like that. So what? What? I'm a person. I was trying to figure it out. So what? I was doing that. So what?
What are we talking about, nigga? I changed your motherfucking life. And you
Thank
over here
you.
lying, talking about some we bully you? That shit got me fucked up, bro. You got me fucked up, bro. You disrespectful, bro. You talk to people crazy. You tell people that they are nothing. You tell people you gonna spit on them. You tell people they poor, and you talk to my fucking label crazy. You claim I was stealing money from you. Bro, stealing money from you how, nigga? Stealing money from you how, bro? You ain't made no money, bro. See, this is the problem with you new artists. Y'all get popping online, and then you become more popular than your actual music, right? You $900,000 in a hole, and I got every fucking receipt, nigga. $900,000 concrete in a hole. I got every fucking receipt, nigga, and I'ma post it. I dare you, try me. Try me, I'ma post it, nigga. And I'll post how much money your fucking streams are made. You got, bro, stop, don't go on the internet and act like I'm bullying you, bro. I've been nothing but loving and caring and paid your bills and gave you money and took you around the world. And nobody would even know who the fuck Caribou was if it wasn't for me. What are we talking about, bro? What the fuck are we talking about, bro? I wrote that fucking verse when we went on the radar. I put you last on purpose so everyone would say, who the fuck is that girl? I slowed the beat down. I put 808 specifically on your verse. So when it got to your part and the beat dropped, everyone would be like, oh, the girl is the craziest one. I wrote that verse the night before we even went on the radar on my phone. Bro, I got the voice, I got the fucking reference. What the fuck are we talking about? You ain't never wrote a song in your life. That's why ain't no music came out since you been left. Cause you ain't got no music. Cause you can't rap. What are we talking about? And I wasn't.
All right, so now let's find the reference track.
The reference when Caribou kind of walked on it. How did she get that inspiration?
Trust to knock off the dust. Or with that sack under my arm, stacking up a must.
Jesus Christ, hold on. So let's go to her verse now on YouTube. Caribou on the radar freestyle. Is it this one? Yeah.
The next stop is On the Radar Radio. Stand clear.
Damn, the beat is slowed down. Jesus Christ. Where the other one at?
Nigga that I trust to knock off the dust. Or with that sack under my arm, stacking up a must.
Walker that sack under my arm, cause stacking up a must.
Damn.
I crushed the fucking to the test, too geeked up to fuss. You like a boss, I'm not like them, they doing such and such.
Here, listen.
The perk into the touch, too beat up the fuss. Move like a boss, I'm not like them, they doing such and such.
Jesus Christ.
I was selling lemonade while y'all with double dutch.
I was selling lemonade while y'all with double dutch.
Damn. They said word for word, bar for bar.
I used to scam, I used to trap, I never cuddled much.
I used to scam, I used to trap, I never cuddled much.
Damn.
Out to the AM, I stretch my plans, I never settled much.
To the AM, stretch my plans, I never settled much.
Slipped on pimpin' once. You asked for hoes, I brought them round and you ain't flippin' once.
I slipped on pimpin' once. You asked for hoes, I brought them round and you ain't flippin' once. Got
Sheesh.
All them guns put in your name and you ain't grip 'em once.
all them guns put in your name and you ain't grip 'em once.
She got a good memory. Sheesh.
Sent the money for some pints, but I ain't shipped not one.
He sent the money for some pints, but I ain't shipped not one.
And see, this is the part. Nobody cares the fact that he wrote this. We would have never cared. All you had to do was say was, so what? So what that you wrote that for me? And that would have been cool. That would have been A-okay. If you'd have been like, you know what, so what? Yeah, he wrote that. I don't care. Oh, well. And people would have been like, all right, yeah, cool, whatever. They would have started, even though people look at Yachty now funny because of that, they would look at him even more funny. They'd been like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, we don't care. She should have never denied him writing for her, because this is like word for word, bar for bar of what he said.
It's Caribou, I'm not the two, you gotta know I'm up.
He even said her name.
It's Caribou, I'm not the two, you gotta know I'm up. I heard you been say you the one, I guess it.
I heard you been say you the one, I guess it never stuck. I'm stuck up, like the, what's from that?
I wrote that.
Yeah. Never cared. Never cared if that was the case.
Fucking verse when we went on the radar. I put you last on purpose so everyone would say, who the fuck is that girl? I slowed the beat down. I put 808 specifically on your verse, so when it got to your part and the beat dropped, everyone would be like, oh, the girl is the craziest.
Now it all add up. It all add up. And then there was another live, I guess she did this one.
What's up? I just want to tell y'all, this is serious. Everybody keeps asking, Caribou, when are you gonna drop? When are you gonna drop? Oh, I tell you, Sean, goddamn. But the answer to that question, when am I gonna drop? The answer to that is, me personally, I'm ready whenever. You feel me? If you get what I'm saying. Feel me? But yeah. Thank y'all for coming to my live.
See, she nervous as hell. Like, this right there is the telltale. She is nervous. She just saying whatever. Because you know, at the end of the day, when you talking on this one, it's like, bro, we can see.
I've been working on a lot of music by myself. No writer, academics, which are big.
And you get mad at another person. Why you get mad at him? He only going based off the news that y'all put out there. And it looks like he wrote for you. So why are you mad at somebody else for a situation that y'all are in? Granted, he's a big voice in media, but come on now.
Big bored ass. You're getting on my nerves. Because all you do is yap all day. And it's never true. So what is the point of that? But let me not do too much. Y'all really don't know anything. And you're going to feel stupid later. I don't need a writer. I never did. And I never wanted to use one.
But you used one. That be the problem. That be the problem with a lot of shit. Right there. Just embrace it. Literally just embrace it. Just embrace that shit and nobody would care. I promise you. Moving forward, nobody would give two fucks that you had a writer. And that's just the goddamn bottom line. I should have named this episode that. This is the goddamn bottom line. I don't understand it. So yeah, we got the Punch TDE. What he talking about? Punch shares advice he received from Jay-Z as he addresses claims that TDE artist Kendrick Lamar and SZA take too long to release albums. Because that is a thing. They say they take too long to drop music. And before I even get to the clip, because I already kind of know what they're going to say, it's not them. It's the artist. Because even Schoolboy Q said it. Like, look, it ain't them. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. They don't tell me when to put something out. I work on something. I present it to them. And then we work it out from there. They're not saying like, hey, yo, you can't put out an album for 3 years. It don't make sense for a label to shelf them when the artist pays the bills. Like, that just financially just doesn't make sense. Like, why would I sign you to my label and then shelf you and then not put no music out? Like, that, like, I don't have just money just to throw around. I'm not one of these billion-dollar companies where I can give you $400,000 and then shelf you because that $400,000 not gonna matter. No, like, I'm a couple $100 million up. I'm not about to give my artist $700,000 and then tell them, yeah, actually you can't put that out. Like, what? You shouldn't rush an artist to put out music. You should be like, look, here go your money. Get in that creative space. Take your time. We got other revenue coming in, so we can keep this afloat while you put out your while you take time to create your music, because that ROI is gonna be great. If I give you $700,000, you probably gonna bring you back a couple M's. You get your cut, I get my cut, everything cool. I'm not gonna rush that. And that's true. That's the end of the clip. And that's very true. When it comes to stuff like that, if you give me some money and I've shown you time and time again, like, look what happens. I know I take long. I know you gave me money to start my lemonade stand, just for layman's terms. You gave me $50 to start my lemonade stand, to buy the juice. I mean, to get the water, to get the lemon, to get the squeezer, to get the stand, to get the sign, to make the sign. You gave me $50 for all that. Now, you like, yo, like, I kind of need that $50 back. Like, it's an investment. I know it's going to take time. And you're like, look, the interest that I'm going to give you back off of this is going to be worth the wait. And then when you see it, you're like, damn, you were absolutely right. So then now you give me money to start a lemonade store. Now I start the lemonade store, and you like, it's been like 2 years, and you like, man, where the hell is my money at? You like, yo, trust me, like, it's gonna make its return. And then next thing you know, when I put out some new shit, it go crazy. Now you're like, okay. So when you show them time and time again, like, look, I know it's taking time. I know it's about money. I know this business is about money. But look what happened when I delivered. Look what happened. We go up. It go crazy every time I deliver. So that's I know it's not the usual business practice, but I get it. Cause you gotta take your time sometimes. I know people be in a rush. They be like, oh man, I need to put this out. We need to do this right now. Like, nah, take your time. This is Anthony
First
Anderson.
time we really are hanging out with each other on the set of Exit Wounds. I get to Toronto. We film it in Toronto. I get to Toronto. And I was like, yeah, I want to hang out with X, you know. And got in contact with him and his team. He's like, all right, we're going to go to Red Lobster. X wants to take you to Red Lobster. I was like, okay, bet. So story, but there's a lot to the story. So we pull up. He has this little convertible Mercedes coupe. It's just he and his security guard. And so they pull up. So quite naturally, I'm getting in the back seat. I was like, yo, and they're like, no, sit up front. So you got this big ass security guard sitting in the back seat of this little small ass coupe that's only built for two people. So he's sitting in the back. So we're driving, and X is an impatient driver. You never want to drive with X. So X would get on.
That sound about right. He don't seem like a patient dude at all.
Into oncoming traffic just to move up one car length, and he did that one too many times.
I know I keep pausing. I hate drivers like that, where you just moving around just to end up at the red light, and I'm right next to you or behind you. It's like, what was all that for?
And we were driving we were going to play pool. This was after dinner, and I'm gonna get into dinner in a second. So we were driving. So in Toronto, they have trolleys in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
it comes down. X is impatient with the red light and the slow traffic. This motherfucker drives on the tracks of the trolley as the train is coming down the trolley at us.
No.
Just so he could get in front of the car in front of us to stop at a red light. So I was like, yo, I can't ride with you no more, dog. So we get to the pool hall, man, and we play pool. I win, he win, we win. I end up taking a cab home.
He said, I ain't riding back with this motherfucker.
I never got back in the car with X. And the only time I got back in the car with X is when we were actually filming Exit Wounds, and X decided to steal the Diablo that we were in. And we drove around Toronto in the traffic with the top down on this Lamborghini. While we're filming, X decides, I like this car, man. X decided to make a left-hand turn as we were supposed to keep straight. They couldn't find us for a half hour. We're just driving through the streets of Toronto in this Lamborghini with the top down, and I'm having the time of my life. I was like, I can't.
I was gonna say, in that time, you just gotta enjoy the moment for what it is. Like, that's somebody that's just fearless, don't care. We gonna enjoy this. Like, we working and whatnot, but I gotta get away from that. And that's probably was X mindset. I gotta get away from this shit, man. Like, this is too much. Like, let's go clear our mind real quick, then we get back to set.
Can't do shit. X driving the car. They can't be mad at me. And we weren't answering the walkie-talkie. And then X finally decided to answer the walkie-talkie, and so we went back to work. But here's the thing. So we go to Red Lobster. We go to have dinner. Now, this is my first dinner with him, my first time hanging out with him. He's at one end of the table, I'm at the other, and it's just filled with other people. And X orders shrimp 3 ways. He orders it broiled, fried, and sauteed. And he's tearing it up. He's eating it. We're having a good time at Red Lobster, man. And then about 20 minutes into the meal, you just hear X. And I'm like, yo, X, what's up, dog? And he's like, I'm allergic to shrimp. And start breaking out in hives and
I'm
shit.
like, what the fuck?
And I'm like, yo, X, what the fuck?
Not for real.
Yeah, but I love the taste of it. This motherfucker
What?
grabbed a steak knife and is about to stick himself in the ear to get an itch that he can't reach. And I had to stop him. I'm like, yo, X, what the fuck, man? Calm down. He's like, I can't get it. So those are my. I have many more DMX stories, but those are the ones I'm going to share, man. But that was my first night and my first meal with him. He's allergic to shrimp. He eats shrimp 3 ways, about to stab himself in the eardrum with a steak knife, and he drives into oncoming traffic as the subway's driving in the middle of the street. That's my first night with X. That's my first night with X.
Wow.
I got
that's crazy. That's crazy. What else? Art of Dialogue got some good ass clips. Shannon Sharp reacts to Adrian Peterson being $12 million in debt despite making over $100 million in the NFL career.
DMX story, man. This is the first time.
Ocho got a sad story to share with you.
Oh man, hold on.
Kind of did it last year, but now it's come to a head. Adrian Peterson, who earned more than $100 million during his 15-year NFL career, he now faces a debt in excess of $12 million, and he's been ordered to turn over his assets to pay for it. According to the USA Today, a Houston judge has ordered AP to surrender property to satisfy the debt. Constables have been ordered to seize assets from his home. A court-appointed receiver has accused Peterson of playing a shell game in order to avoid payment. Ocho, man, AP, bro, you made $100 million, and then he borrowed. I think he borrowed like $5 million in like 2 years the interest. So when you borrow money like that, you got to pay like 20-25% interest, Ocho. So it went from $5 million to like $8 million in 3 years. It might be 50% interest. Ocho, but then you throw a birthday party and you fly everybody. I wish I might have a birthday party. And I fly y'all in to come to my party? Where they do that at? He got camels. He got tigers. Dude thought he was Tarzan for real.
Man, you know how I am. The chat know, hell, the goddamn world know how I am when it comes to finances. And I don't play that. I don't play that. Listen, him being in this situation is very unfortunate. I wish him well and hoping everything turns out in his favor. I'm not sure how this works.
And they're gonna turn out in his favor. He owed $12 million.
I mean,
and for the looks of it, he ain't got it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, that's overspending. I never had them M's, so I don't know, but it seem like a lot of these people when they get up rich like that, they overspend, blow the load, tax debt start coming in, shit start getting seized. It's like the same story over and over again. It's like these people make all this money, get into tax debt, now it hits the news, and now you got to start forfeiting stuff, cars, property, certain items to pay that debt. And then you can start rebuilding from there.
So I hope he does. I hope he has some. I hope he has some.
How you take out a loan to throw yourself a birthday party?
Nah, that's some crazy shit. I'm gonna hit the bank like, yo, I know I'm fucked up. But I'm about to have this birthday party. I need a couple M's. What's the interest? All right, cool. I get that back. But I want to hit at this party. And it's for one night.
You better go down there and get about 5 or 6 dozen crabs and some shrimp and say, here you go. Who takes out a loan to throw themselves a birthday party unless you're what? Trying to impress the party goers.
I don't know. That's crazy, man. 100? Damn, man.
Like he trying not to bash him.
Ocho, you
see Ocho Cinco trying not to bash Adrian Peterson, but Shannon Sharp like, fuck that, nigga. You made over 100. You took out a loan to throw yourself a birthday party. Like, what is you doing, nephew?
Throw a birthday party and you bring in, what he fly in? 300 people, 300 guests? He flew in 300 guests. I don't know 300 people.
Hell
if
no.
I'm 56, I don't know 300 people. And I damn sure don't know enough of people to fly their ass to my event.
Right.
Man, you think I know 300 buckets, 300 burns? Hell no.
That's messed up, man.
And not only do you got to fly the people in, you provide them with some type of housing, food, drinks, etc. They stand out there for more than one or 2 days. Sheesh.
He flew in 320 people. Ocho, check this out, Ocho.
Yeah.
But guess how he flew them?
Private.
Not private.
First class. First class.
Oh.
That's still expensive.
Is there any way? Oh, can you just file bankruptcy?
Hey, so if you ain't got no money, it's hard to file bankruptcy. You ain't got no money. Because guess what? Your credit gonna be shot. So what you gonna put up? What you gonna put up for collateral?
Damn,
I mean, like the more people used to say, "Hey, can we get this?" The more women used to say, "What I'm gonna get it with ass and mouth?" We ain't got no money. What am I pay with it for, Ocho? What am I pay with it? What am I going to pay to get what you're asking for?
Right.
So if he doesn't have, the thing is, the best thing to have if you don't have money is to have great credit. You can have effed up credit if you got money. You see how that works?
Can't have both. Yeah.
Boy, and them people don't care. Hey.
And that brings me to this. That brings me to my guy, JT the Pocket Watcher. So where is his live? The Chase fraud. So I'm gonna do the Chase fraud and Earning Leisure, and I'm gonna get up out of here.
This is Pocket Watch.
Lives. You just keep hitting the mushroom over and over and over again. Now all of a sudden you have unlimited lives. I get that. But that's a video game. Surely there can't be some kind of infinite money glitch in real life. I mean, who would believe such a thing? Just think for a second. I want y'all to focus in on this. Just imagine for a moment that you are able to survive to an age over 18, okay? You're over 18 years old. You are able to stay alive this long. It takes some kind of savviness, some sort of ability to not be gone by 18, I would say. But how can you have the savviness to stay alive and be what many people consider an adult, but you believe in an infinite money glitch? How can you be so dumb to believe that there's something that you can do by picking up your phone? You can pick up your phone, you can press buttons, you can take pictures, and you'll have an unlimited source of money and it not be fraud. That's the part I don't get. That's the part that confuses me. So when I see this, I say to myself, why? Why is there a segment of our population that falls for this type of stuff? Why would you put yourself in a position where you are committing fraud? I don't get it. But apparently over the holiday weekend, there was a viral video on TikTok, several viral videos apparently. And in these viral videos, they were telling people how they can get money from Chase ATMs. Now, it says a number of viral TikTok videos had some people believing. How could you believe this? That's the part. How? How could you really believe that this isn't fraud? But okay, all right, let's just slow down for a second. A number of viral TikTok videos had some people believing they could get free cash from Chase ATMs. I've never heard of free cash. That free cash is like almost an oxymoron. It's not free cash, but okay, free cash from Chase ATMs, but it was just a glitch. For those customers were committing fraud. According to the bank, they were committing fraud. Of course they were. Over the weekend, videos appeared on the app showing people depositing checks for large sums of money at Chase ATMs and then making a withdrawal for a smaller yet substantial amount, leading them to believe they had discovered a bug and were hitting the jackpot. Where do people think money comes from? And listen, I'll put in the link. I want to hear from you guys, but this hitting the jackpot. Why would you believe you're hitting a jackpot? This is not a casino. You did not play some sort of wager and win a bet. All right, hold on. All right, we'll go through it. Says the problem is that this is just a form of check fraud, a criminal offense. Of course it is. Chase said in a statement to CNN that the issue has been addressed and warned people not to try it. Warned people not to try it. All right, so listen. I want to show this video, at least a clip of this video from Chiseled Adonis. Shout outs to him on YouTube. He is a stand-up comedian, but he does a great job. All right. He does a great job highlighting the stupidity of people who even attempted this. Okay. He does a great job. When we come back, I'll go through my notes and I want you guys to call in. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what he has to say.
Fuck, man. They really told me to tap in. Next day I was supposed to clear. Look at my account, yo.
Dummy. Yeah. All right, so boom. We may be living in the information age, but we've got to have some of the dumbest human beings who have ever walked God's green earth existing in today's current time. Because I don't know if you guys saw or not, but this past weekend, let me catch you up to speed. There was an ATM glitch error at Chase Bank to where individuals thought they had some sort of infinite money hack to where you can write fraudulent checks to yourself and withdraw an ungodly amount of cash and get away with it.
But that's not how the game is played. You can't do that.
As if the bank wouldn't be able to create some form of paper trail to identify who's the dumbass trying to steal money.
Nah, I said it's heavy. Niggas is lined up. Nah, this shit is elephant. No! Only let niggas in one.
Dudes was lined up in Moncleeses, bubble jackets, all kinds of hoodies in 70-degree weather for the opportunity to go directly to jail. Stupidity, 15-yard penalty. Are you dumb? What do you think is gonna happen? Do you recognize you writing yourself a check to deposit into your own account? Then you're withdrawing cash, an ungodly amount with apparently there was no limit from the ATM, which already is an issue that has a camera embedded inside of the machine. And your dumb ass thought you could get away with this?
That's why drugs are so dangerous.
Yeah, like you're just overdrafting your own account, and then the bank is going to say, okay, you know you owe us that money. They just, like I said, there's no glitch. You're just stupid.
Paper trails exist for a reason. Did you really think they would not be able to identify who are the individuals who are dealing with this? Now they put in 7-day holds on all of the accounts that was withdrawing fraudulent funds, and you done expose yourself. It's one thing if you were trying to do the PPP loan during the pandemic, where people tried to insulate themselves, creating all of these LLCs. People who did it the smart way would create an LLC in like Delaware, Wyoming, places to where you have that anonymity, where you're away, you're anonymous. They're not able to identify who is creating said LLC.
I can handle things. I'm smart.
Then you insulate yourself to where you get this money. If you're going to run off and do fuck all with it, you can try to get away with it.
Do you have your passport?
They caught a great deal of people, but there's a number of people who done got away. In this case, motherfuckers was writing checks for money they don't have in their own name to their own account.
Got your ass.
If you were to take somebody else's card, you get access to their name. You write them a check because you have their card from some fraudulent location and withdrew it from their account. You could get away because the only thing that would tie you to the entire situation is said camera in the ATM.
Congratulations!
Genius.
But these dudes was willfully doing it with the account that they get direct deposits from their employment.
Bro, what the?
Their personal accounts, withdrawing money that they account ain't never seen. And not once did they think,
bad idea. This is a bad idea.
and this ain't one of them small banks. This ain't one of them internet banks. This is JP Morgan Chase. This the biggest bank in America. It's been around for 225 years. You thought you was about to have some sort of mystery money pop up inside your account. You withdraw it all cash and they wouldn't be able to identify you, let alone come looking for the damn money? Are you dumb? They're gonna deploy and unleash Megatron upon your home. He gonna transmogrify
That would be
into
crazy.
a tank. You gonna look outside your Ring camera. All you gonna see is
knew it. I knew it. I told you. I told you. The fuck? Bro, I fucking knew it. It's fucking dumbass ATM, bro. Fuck Chase, nigga. I knew not to fuck with Chase. Fuck Chase.
It's not fuck Chase now, because you should have been chasing a job application. But now you decided I want to go chase my dreams. I want to go chase a bag. Now you're going to have to chase down the public defender because you're going to jail.
I would like to see it.
As for the videos going viral with people being so upset about something hitting their account, let's call it what it is. These are just opportunists. I would highly doubt somebody who actually tried to scam and scheme their way into making this infinite amount of money would willfully post themselves online crying about their account. People is chasing clout. They probably stitching some sort of Googleable overdrafted account, making it seem as if it's theirs. So people will go and join the circus just to go and laugh at them, but increasing the amount of followers and trying to get some payment on the back end, whether that be TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. But that's neither here nor there.
Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
There still is legitimate scammers that's out there trying to take advantage of people's accounts in different ways, right? They ran a scam last year where they was pouring glue into the ATMs.
A 7 on Your Side story about a new type of ATM fraud has exploded on the internet. Scammers using
What the
glue
fuck?
and the ATM tap feature have been draining bank accounts.
Why? See, how this
Glue.
game works is you would pour glue into the card reader, and whenever somebody were to go and try to put their card into the ATM, it would be unable to be read. They would have somebody on site who would then say, oh no, it seems if the card reader's not working, but the tap function works. I just used it. So you would tap your card, get access to your account, do your regular transaction, whether that be a deposit or a withdrawal, and go about the rest of your day. But the individuals who got scammed, for whatever reason, when this screen pops up and says, would you like to do something else? They depart before clicking no. So then the scammer would simply go right in there, click yes, and continue with all kinds of transactions because the person never logged out. First and foremost, you got to be a sheephead.
Yeah, like everybody know that once you what? Why would you walk away from it knowing that you still got the screen up? You're supposed to make sure go back to the home screen and say like, okay, yeah, like insert your card to start a new transaction. You're supposed to wait for that. You're not supposed to. You motherfuckers is crazy.
Individual to leave from an ATM before closing out your account. Is the man retarded? Under no circumstances should you ever put your money at risk to where somebody can simply go and utilize your account because you didn't do your due diligence of logging out. I'm not saying you shouldn't operate with good faith, that somebody who appears to be somewhat of a good Samaritan who told you, hey, this function isn't working, but this one is, and it's confirmed, vindicated that you were able to tap in and get access to your account because the card reader's not working. You didn't know they was in on the scam, but the tap function just so happens to work. You can't just walk away unceremoniously, not closing your account because you want some, man, it looks a little bit sketchy over here. I should hurry up and get up out of here.
Get your ass back over here.
Log your ass out, dummy. But at least in this case, you're actually a victim. Unlike the first individuals whose account is in supreme overdraft that they won't be able to recover from. They got people out here who are hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt because they decided, oh no, let me just keep withdrawing from numerous different ATM accounts. The government will never catch me. Can't wait till they lock all y'all dumbasses up. To make matters worse, you could have at least leveraged said bread to put it in position to make you some more money. So if in the event you just so happen to get caught, which you have, you could give back the money that you owe and possibly have something on the back end that you can hold on to. But motherfuckers is cashing out on Duce, Don Julio, Amiri, all kinds of watches and motherfucking jewelry that you can't even go out there and resell. Y'all dumb. Shut head, and I can't wait to see them get you dealt with. Instead of taking you to prison, they need to send you to the interrogation chamber. And there's one person who will be entering to get all of the answers they need. Chris!
You're gonna have to die. Here comes the United States champion, Chris Benoit. He's not gonna do what I think, is he? Oh no, come on. 16-foot. Arms are clasped. Look at him ready. I can't believe it. Off the ground. Is he? Whoa, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, Benoit. Look at Benoit. Justice. Now, I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
Message. I appreciate you watching the entire video. Feel free to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Furthermore, hit that subscribe if you hadn't.
Hey, go and subscribe to this brother. I'm going to bring his info right up on the screen. Here we go. Go and subscribe to Chiseled Adonis. Video absolutely hilarious. He hit almost every point that I wanted to talk to. Even with all the glitches in this live stream, still made a great point. Going over to his YouTube channel, Chiseled Adonis on YouTube. Go subscribe, check them out, watch the full
we
video.
We really are hanging out with each other on the set of Exit Wounds. I get to Toronto. We filmed it in Toronto. I get to Toronto. And I was like, y'all want to hang out with X.
As long as the technology is working tonight, we're going to get through this show.
And
let's talk about
got in contact with him.
Right?
And his team is like, all right, we're going to go to Red Lobster. X wants to take you to Red Lobster. I was like, okay, bet.
Very simple.
Story, but there's a lot to the story. So we pull up. He has this little convertible Mercedes coupe. It's just he and his security guard. And so they pull up. So quite naturally, I'm getting in the back seat. I was like, yo, and they're like, no, sit up front. So you got this big ass security guard sitting in.
Extremely old fraud. Okay, extremely old fraud. What fraud is it? It is called check kiting. Okay, check kiting. This is something that you learn probably within the first 3, maybe 4 weeks in business school, or if you're studying for accounting, finance, stuff like that.
Chris Benoit. He's not going to do what I think, is he? Oh, no, come on. 16-foot. Arms are clasped. Look at him ready. I can't believe it. Off the ground. Is he? Whoa, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, Benoit. Look at Benoit. Justice. Now, I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
Message. I appreciate you watching the entire video. Feel free to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Furthermore, hit that subscribe if you hadn't.
Hey, go and subscribe to this brother. I'm going to bring his info right up on the screen. Here we go. Go and subscribe to Chiseled Adonis. Video absolutely hilarious. He hit almost every point that I wanted to talk to. Even with all the glitches in this live stream, still made a great point. Going over to his YouTube channel, Chiseled Adonis on YouTube. Go subscribe, check him out, watch the full video over there as well. All right, so let's go into it. All right, let's go into it. As long as the technology is working tonight, we're going to get through this show. Let's talk about my notes, right? I'm going to tell you right now, the notes aren't very extensive. Not talking about 30 pages here. It's very, very simple. When it comes to what was going on with Chase, it's an extremely old fraud, okay? Extremely old fraud. What fraud is it? It is called check kiting, okay? Check kiting.
Okay.
This is something that you learn probably
Check
within
kiting?
the first 3, maybe 4 weeks in business school, or if you're studying for accounting, finance, stuff like that. It's an extremely old fraud. This is not new. The only thing that's new is the technology. Follow me here. When it comes to check kiting, all the scammer is doing, they are writing a check or getting a check and they are depositing it into an account. What they are relying on is what's referred to as the float. Okay? The float represents the time in between you deposit a check and the bank is able to verify and receive the funds from whatever institution that is sending the money over to them. So if you're old school writing a check, you turn that check and deposit it into your bank.
Yep.
The check is most likely from some other bank. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
Some other bank.
I follow you.
It's going to take some time, usually a couple of days,
For that bank.
for your bank, the bank you deposit the check to, and the other bank, the bank where the money is at, to actually communicate and confirm and get the money over, right? That's called the float. In this very simple scam, the scammer is going to take advantage of whatever funds are made available immediately before the bank realizes that the check is bad. This is an extremely, extremely old fraud. It's actually the center plot behind this movie. This movie here, Catch Me If You Can.
Hey, this was a classic right here. Catch Me If You Can. If you never saw that, go watch this. So, like I said, what is check kiting? Check kiting is the illegal action of writing a check for an amount higher than what you have in your bank account. You rely on the fact that it takes at least a few days for a check to clear before the fraud is exposed. Yep. Yeah, so this is your bank. This is the check. You give it to there. It goes to there. It's all back and forth. But you want to hope that by the time the banks talk to each other, you've already got your money out, because they clear a certain amount of money. So if you had a check for $30,000, they might clear like $10,000. That's all the scammer needs. They take that $10,000 out as fast as they could and within that time period. And then by the time the banks talk, they're like, whoa. They don't even have that in their account. We can't, no. So then now it's on you to pay your bank back that money. And then if you don't pay that money back, they're going to close your account, going to go to collections, and then depending on how much it is, there might be charges being pressed against you.
Funds are made available immediately before the bank realizes that the check is bad. This is an extremely, extremely old fraud. It's actually the center plot behind this movie. This movie here, Catch Me If You Can, it was a big movie. This movie is all about this scam, check kiting. The plot behind this movie is you have Leo DiCaprio's character who is flying around the country and eventually around the world, and he is cashing bad checks. Okay, I'll try to explain it. He's cashing bad checks. The reason why he's able to cash these bad checks is because he's impersonating a pilot. Many of you are probably young. Maybe you don't realize, but back in the day, a pilot was a very prestigious position, and they would fly from city to city. So if he presents a check from some other bank that's far away, it's not as uncommon because the guy is supposed to be a pilot. Now, very popular movie, but if you do your research, and I did, this movie is supposed to be based on a true story. That's 100% BS. All right? This whole story is BS. It is made up. This movie is based on a book that the real guy wrote. Okay? Most of what he wrote in his book, his autobiography about the scams that he was running all over the country and all over the world, was BS. Okay? It never happened. He was a small-time grifter who never did what Leo did in the movie. He, in fact, became rich and famous after this movie came out because he was able to go to company doing presentations about how not to get scammed. That was the best scam that he ever did.
I never knew that.
Was writing a book.
I never knew that. That's detail.
Become rich and famous off this movie that it never really happened. Okay, but it's check kiting. That is the scam that these people are committing. It is check kiting. It's not a very hard scam. You are writing a check or depositing a check that you know is not good. You are relying on the time that between when the bank gets the check and the bank verifies the check to run off with the bag. That's all you're doing. It's not a glitch. The money didn't just magically become created in your bank account. It is a very, very old fraud. In this movie, good movie, but it's a lie. It never really happened in real life. Now, this is the part that I want y'all to focus on. And there's people in the back already. We're going to start taking callers here in a second. All right. This is the part I want y'all to see. Not only did Chase Bank, were they able to go ahead and catch the glitch and stop the instant evade.
Yeah, because then all they would do was just put a hold on all checks and make you wait like 7 days until we talk to the bank. They might not release any funds. They might say, you know what, this is on hold until we talk to that bank because there's too many people just withdrawing a large amount in one day. It's crazy.
Availability of the funds when you would deposit these bad checks, they are referring cases to the authorities. What does that mean? That means that they are going to start snitching. Well, they're not really snitching. I mean, only criminals snitch, but that's the language you kids on the street use. They're telling the cops, they're telling the feds, they're giving over
and say, hey, this account ended in 4173. They did this. This is their name. This is their address. This is the info. This person ended in 2297. They did this. They ended in 3385. They did this. And then 7947. They did that. They're going to give the cops all the information. Say, hey, these guys committed check fraud.
For your information, if you pull this scam, they are going to give your information to the authorities. And according to this report, the penalties for this scam vary from state to state, apparently. It says in California, it's a misdemeanor that you can get up to 1 year and face penalties, financial penalties of. And in New York, you can face up to, looks like 3 months. But I think it also depends on the amount of money that the scammer was able to get. If it's a small amount of money, it may be a misdemeanor. If it's a larger amount of money, it may be a felony. So once again, you are dealing with people who honestly, you're dealing with people who are not the brightest. Let me say that. I'll say that. You're dealing with people who are not the brightest. I understand that while we may not be officially in a recession, there's many people who are hurting out there. There's many people who are having a hard time getting ends to meet.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of there on that note. So yeah, basically they commit check frauds. Trump try to assassinate Trump again, allegedly. Media going crazy. Ghostwriters is a thing. But yeah, if you trying to, if you people tell you, oh, we could do Wells Fargo, we could do Chase, we could do BOA, we could do Navy Federal. That's how they're doing it. They're writing a check. They're getting you a check and say, hey, deposit this check in your account. Okay, it's going to clear. You got 7,000 cleared. All right, cool. But what the scammers do is they take your debit card. So you don't even have access to your debit card to withdraw this money. So now they're like, all right, cool. They going around ATM and they might take out 5,000 and give you 1,000. Now your account is in the negative, getting closed, and now you can ask questions while the scammer is well off doing whatever the hell he want to do. And you hit. So y'all got to be careful with them scammers out there. But yeah, on that note, I'm out. I just want to do another tap in with y'all, trying to be more consistent, like I said, with the streams. Anything else I got? I don't think I got nothing else. I think I might be good for the stream. Yeah, so we'll see y'all. So tap in with the page. I've been trying to upload more content, get more stuff out there. You know, we live and whatnot. I got to change some stuff around on the YouTube page. But yeah, man, tapping with the tap-ins. I'll holla at y'all on the next stream. I might be back on tomorrow, depending on what's going on in the world. I got some more stuff to talk about. I just ain't want to burn out tonight. Just want to do a quick tap in with everybody. I will see